I used to be really good at chugging a beer, not so much anymore. Okay, I really haven't chugged a beer all that often, but I think it was just a natural. Regardless, let's talk alcohol. You've seen me drink a scotch in the tub when I've talked about detaching and giving yourself some time, blocking everything out. You've also seen me drink a martini when we talked about cleanliness and not sharing germs. And I'll just tell you outright that one of my absolute favorite things to do is to share a good conversation and a drink with a friend or family member. I just love having a glass of wine with my dad. But drinking doesn't make us healthier. I'm not totally clear on the research. I honestly haven't delved into it too much, but partly because it's not really all that telling, is it? I know some claim that the research shows drinking a little is better than not drinking at all, but here's what's interesting. We don't examine the underlying subject matters who don't drink. For example, do they not drink because they're alcoholics? And interestingly, many of the studies don't account for some of those people who don't drink at all because of past history. So yeah, maybe the person who now drinks nothing is going to be more likely to get cancer or other illness or even die compared to someone who only drinks a little. So it's not overly helpful research, is it? More telling is this. Have you noticed as you age that when you drink a little too much, and I mean even a little too much, as in more than one or two drinks and sometimes even one drink, the next day you look like absolute shit. And we all know people who drink too much and they really don't age very well, do they? I remember dating this really hot guy when I was a teenager, and I happened to meet his mother, who was seriously one of the most beautiful women I had ever seen. I caught up with him a few years later and also saw his mother again, who was an alcoholic as he described her, and it was not a pretty sight. That was my first clue long ago that I didn't really need to know what the research supposedly said. If you really want to do a lot more to reduce your risk of cancer or other illnesses, then don't drink so much or at all. Now, let me just tell you, I'm going to keep drinking because there is a social aspect and component that really is important to me, that I enjoy, and as I've said before, it's in my Italian blood. But I rarely have more than one drink every now and then. When I do get together with a friend or family member to have a drink, then I tend to drink it slowly, so I still get the full enjoyment of it and the overall experience. And yes, sometimes I drink more. Although the last time that I drank a lot more, I was in Chicago, caught up with a very fun friend, and we went overboard. She handled it well, and I ended up puking in the bathroom 3-ish times as far as I can remember. Totally not cool, very loser-like. Look, I hate it too, but I would highly recommend drinking a little less or even a lot less, depending on what your baseline is. Only telling you because I love you. Let me know in the comments below what your relationship with alcohol is and where you think it fits into your overall health package. I'd really love to know, and who knows, maybe one day we'll actually get together and share a drink.